Scott Pelley, a longtime correspondent of the show 60 Minutes, has sparked controversy after erupting at CBS leaders. He's accusing the network's editor-in-chief of, quote, murdering the show. The tense meeting occurred after multiple producers and two correspondents were dismissed at the news magazine. Editor-in-chief Bari Weiss replaced the show's executive producer last Thursday. Nick Bilton, an investigative journalist with little television experience, was named as her replacement. Reports claim that Pelley accused Bilton of having slender qualifications for the job and accused Weiss for being brought in to kill the show. So what does this mean for the future of 60 Minutes? Well, Brian Steinberg is a senior TV editor for Variety and joins us now live. How would you characterize the situation, Brian, right now at 60 Minutes?
I would say it's quite tense. This show has really been under scrutiny for 2 years now through a lawsuit that President Trump filed and various demands to change programming and add more things, and it's been second guessed and back and forth. I think people are tired and wary and really not trusting CBS News management at this time.
Yeah, and the reason we're doing this story here in Canada is that 60 Minutes has not only been a venerable program in the United States with huge ratings for generations, but it has a lot of viewers here in Canada as well, and it is seen as, one of the leaders in that format of news magazines. What do you think the future of 60 Minutes is?
It's a great question because right at this time you have three correspondents, have Anderson Cooper, Cecilia Vega, and Sharon Alfonsi have all left. They're down to four. There are reports in New York this evening of Scott Pelley having a very serious discussion about his future with CBS News management tonight. So it's quite conceivable they may have fewer correspondents. On top of that, some of the senior managers have been ousted since the last week. So, this show requires a lot of expertise and know-how to get these segments. These are very in-depth reports that are done in time for the fall season. They have a lot of goals to produce more content from 60 Minutes, but the people who are to do it don't seem to be around right now. It's a great question to ask what will happen as they move towards September.
It is tough at any workplace to stand up and fight back, over a change, much less to criticize bosses. So it's tough to do. Scott Pelley has, quite a stature and a lot of respect within CBS News. But do you think he's vulnerable now that he might lose his job?
It's a great question. Scott has over the years been vocal when he feels that his standards aren't being met. He's done it when he was at CBS Evening News, and he's done it at 60 Minutes. He's not shy about saying, this isn't right. These aren't good standards. We need to do better. And he's been out at graduation ceremonies, other places, really cheering people to get more involved with being defenders and guardians of 60 Minutes. So it remains to be seen. I wonder if they will say he can't work there because of his behavior yesterday, and he may say, I've done my best here and I can't do any more. It would be a loss to CBS News and to TV journalism if he were to leave.
I had a boss here who once glibly said to me, change is hard. And I guess that's true to an extent. Every organization at some point makes changes and employees have to either accept it or move away. But, I guess what's different here is you have a news organization that has been for a long time a trusted source. And then you have the politics that seem to be infiltrating everything from the courts to the media to tech companies. How much of this, and keep in mind, we've got a Canadian audience here, how much of this is about the White House and Donald Trump?
It's a great question because there have been many speculation that the Ellisons, who control Paramount Skydance, the parent of CBS News, have been eager to court U.S. regulators to get their deals done. First buying Paramount from the Redstone family, and now they would like to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, which of course owns CNN and HBO and a lot of other things. So there's a school of thought the Ellisons are doing whatever they can to coddle up to President Trump because he controls regulatory approval of all these deals.
Brian Steinberg, senior TV editor for Variety, thank you very much for speaking with us this evening.
Thanks for having me.